Hello and welcome to What's Not Gas. This is the review of the Long John Douze Heta. It's their new bike from 2023, their second cargo bike. They also had the V2, and now with this Heta they really made some upgrades, and you can consider this as a premium cargo bike. It also belongs in that price segment, but it looks a bit less blitz or safe as the others. But it isn't, it's the same. Let's get into some of the details. First, I always want to talk about the design. You know, the way it's designed and the features that make it better or different than others. What we see here instantly, it's quite elegant. It's not as bulky or as thick. Douze has that experience. It's really a cargo brand. They have cargo bikes, long johns and longtails, and their expertise is focused on that. Whenever they do research or whatever, it's always on this model. They aim to improve this segment and they aim to dominate this segment. That gives them the benefit over big brands that have a giant portfolio of e-bikes. They have to focus on all of them. These brands that focus only on cargo bikes have that expertise, and honestly you can feel it as you're riding. It's their second version and it really drives way better than a lot of other models I've tried. So the design is elegant, it's smooth, it rides well, but it's also light. With 50 kilos, it's still a bit lighter than most, and it's an average weight. I would even say it's a bit lighter than average. This is due to the frame, the materials that are being used, and how much of the material that's being used. Douze tries to keep it quite simple. Their box is also a lot thinner and made from a harder foam than the others. They have a thick foam, a softer foam. Douze keeps it simple. And while their box appears a bit wider than most, it's about the same size in total width. And at the same time, because of those decisions, they have a bigger volume. The volume of this box is bigger than the average volume. In the front, we notice they have front fork suspension, so that's really something nice on a cargo bike. If your cargo, for example, if it's kids or it's something fragile, you don't want it to bounce around whenever you take a little bump. So this front fork, really nice, high quality. It's also adaptable, so should do the trick. They use cable steering, which means that it's very maneuverable. It feels very natural as well. You have the cable, so you don't have to, with the bar, sometimes you have to rewire it or have it reconfigured. With the cable steering, that happens much less. So you definitely have benefits. What's the downside? Well, one of the downsides, for example, is if there's dirt that goes into the cables, it can affect your steering, and that's not nice. So to cover that, they've built this little carrosserie, something that goes over it, to make sure there's no dirt that goes in there. Keep in mind that wheel, it always kicks up extra dirt, so you want that covered off, not to have that issue. Because of that cable steering, the Douze is also really maneuverable, and also the turning circle, that's really one of the biggest pros. This is a box bike that works in the city and that works in streets, narrow streets. Also on the streets, if you're catching up to someone and you want to pass them, it's nimble, it's maneuverable, you can do that quite easily. If there's something in the road that you notice at the last minute, you know, taking a Swift, it's all doable with this bike. It's really elegant. The driving aspect is really one of the prime features of this bike. Engine and performance is something I can cover really fast. This is top notch. The Shimano EP8 Cargo is probably the best in the market, together with the Bosch CX. 85 Newton meters, that's really enough to push you up any hill, even if it's very steep and even if you have weight in the cargo bin. I've done this, I've tested this out. 30 kilos in the front and a 30% steepness. It still does the job at 12 to 15 kilometers. On flatter surfaces, this engine is more than powerful enough to keep you at 25, even with heavy cargo, and to keep the ride nice and smooth. It also gives you that much support that even on a very steep uphill slope, if you're accelerating or starting your journey, it's all doable. You also have this high quality Shimano 10-speed that gives you a lot of options in gears, and that's the system that I prefer the most. Those 10-speed, 10 gears give you a lot of, they give you a lot of possibilities to adapt to your route, to the steepness, to whatever you need. This cargo bike is also available with the NVolo heavy duty, the one with the gripper that you still manually have to shift. And while that's a great system, it offers a bit less gears. It is internal, so it does have benefits of low maintenance and such. If you want to know more about this engine and how it compares to the Bosch CX, for example, check out the other videos. We did a drag race, an uphill battle, and a speed run just to show how good this engine is. Also, something about their engine design is it's an open frame design. That's also interesting for the future. Or imagine in 10 years we have different engines with different dimensions, they can still fit them on there. While if you're using an integrated engine, where the engine is integrated in the frame, then that becomes much more difficult. And it also, limits the lifespan of the frame of the bike. I mentioned utility being important, and I think for parents or for delivery people, one of the most important things is the standard, the foot. It's an element that can really make or break the bike, and it's also a part where you can make a big difference compared to your competition. Douze did a great job, and I'm analyzing this in two ways. First is stability, and that's definitely something to show is this foot is super stable. I can push the bike almost in any directions, it will never fall. I can even put 60 kilos here on the side, the bike actually stays stable, which is crazy if you think about it. My kids can climb in from any direction and the bike just stays on his foot. So they're perfectly done, well done. A second point on this foot or standard is the usage, how it's being used, how easy it is to use, and not only for me, but also for someone who is much bigger and stronger than me, and also someone who's much smaller and weaker than me. It also needs to be useful when there's cargo in here, be it 20 kilos, 40 kilos, or even 70 kilos. And there Douze did a good job, not a super job like the stability, but a very good job. The only difficulty I have is I'm a bit shorter, and so I have to put my foot in front of the standard in order to push the bike off. To put it on the foot, we've also seen brands who have this extra thing to add. Here I just have to put my foot down and again hold it to make sure the standard is stable and then just pull it on. I've seen other brands again with a handle here to make the pulling easier. This works, it's not too difficult because the bike is really light, but again, might be something to work on for the next version. Additionally, on the steering wheel you have the grips. I like the ergonomic approach. It's nice, it gives a bit more support. Because on this Douze you still somewhat have a sportive driving position. You're sitting forward a bit, putting some weight on the steering wheel. And so, yeah, those ergonomic grips divide that weight, make it easier to ride. You can drive like this, you can ride like this. It's quite nice. And the brakes are also very easy to grip. They're also very strong. You have 4 pistons front and back, and I think it's Shimano, but it's a respectable brand. The braking distance on this is really okay, even with weight in the bin. Also important is that battery life. So what I know is that you have 2 variations, a 630 and a 500 watt hours. You can choose whichever one you need, and I would say you have 30 on turbo, 35 kilometers. If you can drive on eco stand, for example, 70 kilometers maybe. It all depends on the terrain, the weight that you put in it, your own weight, as well as the stand of the engine. There's a lot of factors that do that or that have an influence there, but just know the battery, you can have an upgrade that is available. Also important is it's usually a family affair having this. So having a bike that's adaptable to different people, mom, dad, 2 moms, whatever. It's doable with this bike. You just open it up here. You can lift it up quite easily, close it back off, and then same with the steering wheel, open, lift, down, and use. I also mentioned that usage is quite important, and so you would expect from a brand like this to have a big focus on that because they have that experience in the sector and this is their second version, so they already had a chance to make it better. And that's also what we notice in the box. It's really wide, there's a lot of volume, they really focused on giving you as much space. Douze also has quite a few accessories, so if you're parents or if you're B2B and you need some extra accessories, it's all doable. And the bench, quite handy, you can make it go up and down, so you can adapt it to the age of your kids. It's also quite lengthy, so even if they're older, the legs, there's enough space. And there's a 3-point seat belt that's in there. That's maybe a detail, this could be a bit better. The closing mechanism is fine, but I mean, the way it's set up could be done a bit better. And then one additional feature, which, some people, when they first start riding, one of the difficult points is that you don't see the front wheel. And so when you steer, you think like a normal bike that you're steering with the wheel here, but it's actually there, so you really have to think about it differently. That said, it feels really natural on the Douze. I never had a feeling of falling or the weight shifting one way or the other. But there is a small plate in here. If you're one of those people, you can take this plate out so that you can see your front wheel. It's just a little extra, so you don't have that argument to make when you're testing these Douze. A last little extra is here on the back. It's again that experience that counts. So apparently what happens is if there's a wheel lock that's placed here, people tend to forget and they don't see it instantly. They get on the bike, they get off the foot, and the lock breaks one of the spokes. To avoid that, Douze decided we're going to place it at the back because it's a bit more apparent there. You're walking this way, you see it more than hidden there. So it's just a small extra where they try to put that experience into use. What did I like most about this bike? Well, the way it drives. It's really nimble. It feels like a normal bike. Even though it's long, I still feel like I'm in total control, and I really like the turning radius. I also like just the way you can lean a bit in corners. And yeah, again, the biggest plus for me is this combo. It's unbeatable for now. It doesn't need to be the Shimano EP8 cargo either. You know, the Bosch CX, we drag raced this cargo bike against another freight. And we noticed that it's not necessarily the engine, it's more the combo of these two. We just have more freedom in gearing, and it helps when you're going uphill, when you're starting to drive, the acceleration, the takeoff, you just have more freedom. That said, it's very important that this part is high quality. That's what the MVolo also offers, that smooth shifting. The only difference is the technology is just not there to beat this system if it's the highest quality yet. One downside is you can't shift while you're standing still, or you'll need to lift the wheel to shift. And that's something to keep in mind when you're driving, is when you arrive, you need to be in the right gear to take off again. So yeah, pros and cons, it's normal. Usage and utility is not only for the parents, it's also for the people that need to repair the bike. So for example, what they've done here is they've put the wheel axis underneath the frame so that when you need to replace something or you need to work on this, it's much easier to do. So also there, something to keep in mind. More people will sell this bike because it's easier to fix. More people will want to fix this bike because it's easier to fix. So yeah. Also cool in their design is this. They had this cargo bike that you could split in two pieces, and they also designed it that way so that you at home, you could do it as well, because they want to make this a cargo bike that you can take on holidays. If for example you have a truck or a camper or whatever, you can just split it in two. This can go up, and then this part can be taken away separately, which, you know, makes it handy, an extra feature, an extra plus. I'm sure not everyone plans on taking their cargo bike everywhere, but it is possible. That's all that matters. All right, that was it for the review of the Douze Heta. Stay tuned for the speed run. I'll show that right after, but I just wanted to say already thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, questions, put them in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video, or you'll see me in the next video, obviously. But so thanks, and stay tuned. Speedrun coming up. As you can see, super easy, stable, nice.
That's it for the speedrun, and that brings us to the general classification of our speedrun. So on the left you see all the bikes that already did the lap, and here we have those same bikes but then per category. We discovered the Douze Heta, which is a cargo long john. Only competition there up to now was Vélo de Ville Freight, so we add a new one here. Douze Heta, and we add the company, which was 4 minutes and 22 seconds. And that puts Douze right there. Let's see. There we go. Douze is up on the 4th spot, and that's better than a long tail and the freight that we saw earlier. That's it for now. Let's see how this classification turns out in the future. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.